Hi, welcome to Advanced English with Steve UK, and I'm Steve. Now in this video, we're going to look at what I believe are must-know phrasal verbs. That is, essential phrasal verbs, especially for advanced learners. Now, we all know that phrasal verbs can be a bit of a nightmare at times. There are so many of them, and yet they're so essential as lexical chunks and for speaking fluently. So when I'm saying must know, maybe you know them already, but I do find with advanced learners that sometimes they forget the basics. So I'm hoping that this will be useful for you. As I go through, I'll give you one meaning, one example, but I'll also mention another one. And when appropriate, I'll also refer to the phrasal noun as well, because they can be very important too. Okay, so please make sure that you subscribe. It helps me a lot, and I do appreciate it. That being said, let's make a start. Must-know phrasal verbs. Essential for advanced C1 users. Ask around. To inquire from different people. I'll ask around to see if anyone has a spare umbrella. I haven't seen him. I'll ask around to see if anyone has. Back up. Support or provide evidence. Can you back up your claims with some facts? Of course you back up your computer. Tom always backs me up. Break down. Stop working or functioning. My car broke down on the way to work. She broke down when he left her. This is also a phrasal noun. She had a breakdown when he left her. I had a breakdown on the motorway. Call off. To cancel an event or activity. They had to call off the picnic due to the rain. We called off the search. There was no trace of him. Carry on. Continue doing something. He carried on playing the guitar late into the night. He carries on making the same mistake, no matter how many times we tell him. Check out. Examine or investigate. I need to check out this new restaurant in town. That film's good. You should check it out. Clear up. Make something tidy or resolve the confusion. Let's clear up the mess before guests arrive. They needed to clear up the misunderstanding they'd had. Clear up is also a phrasal noun. We need to have a clear up in the garage. come across, to encounter or find unexpectedly. I came across an interesting book at the library. I came across an interesting website. Cut down on, reduce the amount of something. I'm trying to cut down on sugary snacks. You should cut down on the amount you're drinking. It's not doing any good for your health. Drop by. Visit someone casually. Feel free to drop by anytime you're in the area. I think I'll drop by and see Fred. He hasn't been feeling very well lately. I'll see if he's okay. Fall apart, break into pieces or disintegrate. The old book fell apart when I opened it. He fell apart when he discovered that she was seeing someone else. Get along with. Have a good relationship with someone. She gets along well with all her colleagues. She's such a pleasant personality. She gets along with everyone. You can also use it about things. I can't get along with this book. I just can't get into it. Give in. Surrender or yield to a request or demand. After a long argument, I finally gave in. She always gives in too easily to whatever he asks. Hang out. Spent time together casually. We like to hang out at the park on weekends. I think he hangs out with the wrong kind of people. You can also use hang out as a phrasal noun. That coffee bar is their usual hangout. Hold on. Wait for a short time. Please hold on while I transfer your call. I'm coming! Hold on! I'll be there in a minute. keep up with, stay at the same level or pace. It's hard to keep up with all the changes. I just can't keep up with all this homework. Let down. Disappoint someone by not meeting their expectations. I don't want to let you down. She's always late. She lets me down every time. You can also use let down as a phrasal noun. I thought the film was a real letdown. Very disappointing. Look after. Take care of or be responsible for. She looks after her younger siblings. Could you look after the dog for me this afternoon, please? I've got an appointment. Thanks. Make up. Invent or create a story. He made up an excuse for being late. She likes to make up bedtime stories for her children. Pass away. To die. My grandmother passed away last year. Sometimes you'll hear people use past, but in the UK it's usually passed away. There's a well-known idiom referring to dying, which is kicked the bucket, but I don't think I'd use it about my grandmother. Pick up. Lift or collect something from a place. I'll pick up some groceries on the way home. Could you pick me up from school, please? Point out. Indicate or draw attention to something. She pointed out the main landmarks. He pointed out the flaws in his argument. Put off. Postpone or delay. They had to put off the meeting until next week. He's always putting things off. He never gets on with things. A well-known proverb is, "Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today." Run out of. To exhaust the supply of something. We've run out of milk. I need to buy more. We ran out of petrol on the motorway and had to call a taxi. You can also run out of patience. Set up, arrange or establish something. They're setting up a new business. We need to set up a meeting with them so we can discuss how we proceed from here. Take off. Remove or start to rise, like an aircraft. The plane is about to take off. The business struggled at first, but then it took off and became very successful. Throw away, discard or dispose of something. Don't throw away that old book. I'll read it. He threw away all the photos of her because looking at them upset him. Try on. To test or experiment with clothing or accessories. I want to try on these shoes. I think you'd better try it on before you buy it. I'm not sure that it will fit. Turn up. Arrive unexpectedly or increase the volume. She turned up at the party without an invitation. Can you turn up the music, please? I can't hear it properly. Wake up. Stop sleeping and become conscious. I usually wake up early on the weekends. Come on, wake up. We need to get going. You can also give someone a wake-up call when you need to arouse them. Add up. Make sense or calculate. These numbers don't add up. There must be a mistake. Her explanation just doesn't add up. I think she's lying. Break down, retract or withdraw from a position. He finally backed down from his demands. Okay, yeah, you're right. I back down. We'll do it your way. Break up, end a relationship or divide into smaller parts. They decided to break up after years together. It may be a good idea to break up the project into smaller parts. It will be easier to understand. Call for, require or demand something. The situation calls for immediate action. They realized that if they were to succeed, it called for a completely different approach. Carry out, to perform or complete a task. We need to carry out the plan carefully. Unless you carry it out soon, it will be too late. check in, register upon arrival at a hotel or airport. We need to check in before our flight. When I checked in at the hotel, they hadn't received my booking. Fortunately, there was a room available. Clear out. Remove unnecessary items and tidy up. I'm clearing out my closet this weekend. We need to clear out the garage. It's such a mess. Let's have a clear out. There it's used as a phrasal noun. Come up with, think of or suggest an idea. Can you come up with a solution to this problem? Well, can you come up with anything better? Cut off. Disconnect or isolate something from a source. The storm cut off the electricity. After the argument, he cut off all contact with her. Drop off. Deliver or leave something or someone at a place. I'll drop off the package at the post office. Fall back, retreat or withdraw from a position. The soldiers had to fall back due to heavy enemy fire. The client didn't like our proposal, so we had to fall back on our second idea. Get away with. Escape punishment or detection. He always manages to get away with his pranks. He's late every morning. I just don't know how he gets away with it. I hope you found that useful. Remember, there are many more phrasal verbs. Even with those that I've shown you, there are many other meanings and many other examples of use. So don't stop there. Keep on learning. They are vital lexical chunks for fluency, and you need to know them at advanced level. One good way of learning them and practicing them is by joining our Chatterbox Zoom workshops. You not only learn lexical chunks, including of course phrasal verbs and idioms and collocations and fixed expressions, you practice using them by talking not only to me, but to other learners as well. I believe these Chatterbox Zoom workshops are the best thing, one of the best things that I've ever done. They're very successful. The learners get a lot out of them. To be honest, so do I. I enjoy doing them. So have a think about it. I'll put the link in the description, and it would be nice to see you there. Okay. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.